Next week on Cockdie, the adventurers put the screws to the Cerberus and extracted the location of Zariel's fallen flagship containing the Adamantine Rods. The potential to El Terrell's liberation. Enjoying a lovely float down the Styx, the heroes find themselves being led by the imp Balakros into the shadows of a destroyed by the demon, a sword. Sticking out of the ground, a massive flying war machine. As your party reaches the threshold of the large breach in the side of the ship, torn into the flyer, the imp stops, ears twitching as a sick sucking sounds wash over you all. No, you didn't just teleport right there.
So we're basically in hell, right?
You all are in Avernus. The arid smoke around you boils. The sun is blotted out because there is no sun here, just a red horizon expanding in all directions. This is hell, the first level of Avernus.
Alrighty, why are we here?
The imp standing in front of you, Balakros, turns around. Hey man, come on, try and pay attention. Bell sent you here to get the Adamantine Rods so you can liberate El Terrell. Alright? Yeah, I don't know how it all works. You guys are the heroes. I'm just here to lead you to this thing.
Right then.
What exactly is this thing?
I'll go ahead and put you guys on the correct map. So you look up at this thing, and you see sticking out of the ground, bubbling up lava around this giant flying machine. This was the former flagship of Zariel, the Archduke of Avernus.
It's as good a ride as any, I suppose. Anyone know how this thing works?
No, but given time, I might be able to discover how.
Perhaps they have a manual inside.
Shall we? And kind of stepping forward, Silas holds out his hand. You can kind of feel the wind pick up around where his outstretched hand is. And in a moment, solidifying in his grasp is this curved longbow, seemingly comprised of just wisps of white wind. And he marches forward into the ship carefully.
The sucking sounds continues and gets slightly louder as you make your way into the ship. Everyone go ahead and put your tokens on the map, please. And we're going to have everyone describe their characters. I'll do one more blurb about this arrival at the wreck. The towering wreck rises from the scorched hellscape. It looks like a giant sword blade tilted at a 20-degree angle and partially buried underground. Much of it, its exposed hull is rusted and torn asunder. Hot wind screams as it tears through the hollow structure, and 6 giant vultures circle above you. And I see 2 tokens here. I gotta get rid of some of these tokens for the former players. Deceased adventurers.
Pour one out for those guys.
Brave souls all.
Right.
Alright, so who doesn't have a token out?
Tokens.
Quite a few people.
I don't know how to put my token out.
You can just drag it from the character menu. On the
Yeah, no, I can't get it on the menu for my character.
What's your character's name?
Quincy.
I will give you
Quincy
a
St.
character,
John.
Quincy. I'll give you a
Awesome.
token. See, let's go to the tokens folder. People really don't like it when I assign them tokens. I usually give them something pretty silly.
Listen, as long as there's a token.
All right, I'm just gonna be nice and give you a normal one. I usually give something with tits or I don't know.
Hey, you're assuming he doesn't have tits. Quincy might have tits. You don't know.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Don't
That's
judge
fair.
his life experiences.
I just want to say, Silas, he's packing heat. He's got some big old honkers.
Because of bazookas.
Yeah, some banging badonkadonks, as the kids say.
There you go, buddy. You should be able to move that around.
Yeah.
All right, that all makes sense.
Should we just go down the line here?
Yeah, go ahead and you guys don't make it too far into this room here, this first area. Ah, there's nothing here. Okay. Yeah, everything's just destroyed at this bottom level, picked over pretty clean, and the sucking sound evolves as you guys make your way inside. From around the corners, you see giant snails with bones, skeletons of their previous victims on their back. These are the bone whelks, and you see 5 of them coming for you.
They moving as slow as snails? Are they moving faster than regular snails?
They're really slow. They have a 15-foot movement speed.
Do they look
Proportional to snails.
hostile?
They have like a bunch of like human and whatever race you are skeletons on their back.
Oh no. I was gonna quickly draw 2 arrows, and these like studs that are here. These are like benches, or what are these? Like this and that.
Ruined,
On
I'll say it gives you about half cover where you guys are at, but yeah, just ruined equipment. You see different things that it has no value, just see twisted metal. Wow, it's way too loud, sorry.
I just want to kill these things.
I can't imagine that he'd talk. Draw 2 arrows, kind of duck behind.
Yep,
One of these
that's
benches.
wise. Let's go ahead and roll up some initiative. Need my notebook. Nice. God, it looks like I got the first natural 20 of the game.
Oof. Not a good sign.
Not for you,
Least for
but
us.
for me. So we got...
Now, if I could get things.
New
Work.
party, full TPK. Let's go. First encounter.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Ah, there's the last one. Thank you, Quincy.
Sorry, things don't like to load for me.
I mean, I always blame all my... it was lag, for sure. No, not me. Lag.
There's my teammates. Oh, wait.
Well, the bone whelk is obviously going to go first. He is going to move 15 feet forward. He's going to go ahead and try and attack you, sir.
Oh dear.
Who's this character right here? I don't recognize any of these tokens yet.
It's me. That is our friend Silas.
Silas.
What are we rolling with here?
It's a bite plus 2 to hit. 16 hit you?
16's not going to do it, no.
Right, that's going to be his
kind of
move.
bites at me, and I kind of rolls up, blocks with his bow.
The wind bow has, just come on, that's too defensive. The wind bow. Right, and then this one's going to come up and take a swing at you, Lunar Witch. Nat 20.
Whoa.
Jesus. That's good.
I think these
That's what
dice
you wanna
might.
see.
I think these dice are loaded.
Cheater! He's cheating! Please take 6 damage as
They're weighted.
It's going to be 6 piercing damage. No. Third Welk is going to go, and then Clementine, you're up. After that,
Okey-doke.
he's not going to quite be able to make it. We'll put him right there. All right, you're up, Clementine.
Alrighty. I'm not quite in the mood to deal with these snails, so I think I'm just going to try and fireball them.
Oh, God.
It's 20 feet and all. This is hard to position. Do I have a better tool for this? No, I
The
don't think
20-foot
so.
radius, right?
Yeah, so it's 40 feet across.
Yeah.
Well, so you can catch 4 of them in it.
Yeah, that looks like I can get 4 of them. So they need to make a dex save of 20.
Oh, God. Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, they all fail.
So they're gonna take 26 fire damage.
Oh.
Cast 4th level.
So, I'll say 3 of them ignite. And it's like a second where that chemical fire starts to like spontaneously combust. Yeah, 3 of them just immediately die or straight out and are turned into like a boiling gasoline fire.
It's like pouring salt on a snail. They just dissolve.
Alright,
Which 3 was that? Just for reference. Which 3?
Say these ones right here.
Nope.
well, I'll move up to here and I'll just laugh maniacally. And that's my turn.
Quincy, you're up.
Well, you see, I'm gonna do something very shocking here. I'm gonna whack him with a greatsword.
That was
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I'm shocked,
Yeah.
surprised. Go for it.
Absolutely shocking, I know.
we
Oh.
couldn't speak. That's how shocking it was.
Speechless.
Oh no. It didn't save all the stuff I added. Oh no. I have
This
no
is so
equipment.
sad. This is so sad.
Very sad.
Take that
Very
longsword.
sad.
Wait,
I'll
where's
just-
my longsword? Damn it, I left it at the end. God damn it.
No, I
He's just
spent the last
completely nude.
hour
He's just standing here completely naked.
No, I put all my equipment. I spent the last hour putting it in, and now it didn't save any of it.
I'm sorry about
Okay,
that.
I got the
sucks.
sheet. I got the sheet that says I have everything on it. See what it is. Great sword of sharpness. There we go.
You want to roll it up manually, go for it, man. That's no problem.
That's what I'm doing. Does 12 hit?
It might. These guys are pretty. Yep, 12 is its AC.
Awesome. I'm gonna use my second attack too.
It's a +9 to hit. Jesus.
Oh, wait
Well,
till
you see-
wait till you see what I'm doing next turn.
I'm afraid.
Wait till you see my con score.
You did give us a lot of money, so
Money.
I had no clue what to spend it on, so I have like 4,000 ball bearings.
They're 1 gold each. At 50,000 gold, you could have bought. I mean, it's 1 gold for 1,000. So
Hey, does a 28 hit?
Yeah, so 28 does hit.
Awesome.
You could have gotten a airship. That's what I was looking at. Before
50
we could buy
million?
magic
50 million, I
items.
think. How much steel is 50 million ball bearings?
I'm gonna say more than a couple. I rolled some damage for that Welk. $14. And then the second attack.
And a 12.
I think that's actually its hit point total.
Oh,
27.
I didn't even
It
get to use
has
the cool
one-
sword thing.
It's got one hit point left. You see it on the edge of death.
Awesome. So I get to, for each attack I make with this sword, I get to roll another d20, and if I get a 20, it's 14 damage.
What?
Nice.
Ooh, sword of sharpness.
Neither of those was a 20.
Phew. Ah, that bone Welk, sighs and relief. All right, we are up to Kaylin.
Are we? Did I just get skipped? Is that what's going on here?
Did I skip someone? I'm sorry. Who did I skip?
I got an 11, so I think I'm between those two. Sorry, is mine not showing up in the chat for you? My bad.
Is
I
it
see it.
Silas?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and take your turn, Silas. I'm sorry.
All right,
Yeah, so you got
sick.
an
Would you
11.
say am I in range of or am I like in this one's range, the one that's close to us?
Yes. So you can
Okay.
get in range, no problem.
Would I be in range of him, like for opportunity attacks?
Which is your token?
Right here. I
Ah.
was like there.
Yeah, it seems like you're just out of range there.
All right, sick. So I was gonna like look at you, sparring with this snail, nod at you, and then just kind of take off. He doesn't want to be close to this thing. What do I look like? Some sort of frontline fighter. He's gonna like combat roll, and in roll just draw an arrow and just let it loose at the one in the back, sharpshooter.
All right, go ahead. Oh my God, is that a nat 20?
That's a 14. It's a 2. It's 2. Close enough. So that's gonna be 39 damage.
Yep, yeah, you just paste that one you right through the chest, pin it to the wall, and we're going to go and do this now. So each time you killed one of these bone Welks, as it died, it let out a horrible, squealing, wet shriek. You all are going to take, what is it, 1 or 2d8? 2d8 necrotic damage as these things screech in pain as they die.
Total?
It's 2d8 per death. Since 4
nice.
have died, it's going to be 8d8.
That's
Oh,
fun.
Okay.
Everyone,
good thing I
please
got
take-
HP to spare.
Good thing I don't.
Everyone, please take 39 damage of necrotic.
I actually have resistance, so I'm only going to take 20 points.
You all see out of the corner of the ship, coming from behind one of the bone Welks that you just killed, a tall, horrible man. Hey, why do you hurt bonies? No hurt bonies!
Second attack. Actually. I think he's gonna see this guy walking up from behind the corner.
Yeah, he
Narrow his
screams
eyes a
at
little
you
bit.
when you kill his pets. Yeah, he's like, no hurt, no!
All right. He's gonna look at him, draw another arrow out of his quiver, level it, and just point it straight at him. Raise it back above his head, snap it in his fists. And as you watch him snap the arrow, this kind of wispy white wind pours out of the crack, and towards this guy. He becomes kind of enveloped in this white mist. I am cursing him. Hexblade's curse.
Ah.
And then we'll pull out a third arrow and just close one eye and let it loose. Another sharpshooter attack. So that's plus, I believe, 8. No, plus 4.
19 is his
So-
AC.
Oh, that's the hit. Yes. Okay, so I hit him. Perfect. So that plus 4, 41 damage. The first 37 is magical piercing. The last 4 is force.
Got it.
And then with my remaining movement, I'm just gonna duck behind one of these.
What was the give that damage distribution to me one more time? How much was
37 points of magical piercing damage
Got it.
and 4 points of force damage.
Thank you. He does have resisting on piercing. Obviously not force. And with that, it's oh, do you have any more attacks? Any movement?
That's all I got.
Wonderful. All right, the Baylor is going to move forward. Why you hurt? Why you hurt ponies? No! Nope. 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 Oh, wait, he's got 40-foot speed movement. Oh, just barely able to get to you.
Yikes.
You see this massive guy with a giant whip start to reel back and come down on you. Ooh.
As a reaction, I'm going to use my spell Temporal Shunt.
What's that do?
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be temporarily shunted to a different time.
Oh no. A 2.
Jesus. Nice.
Does a 5 save?
No.
Yeah, he disappears.
Joke's on you. You just shunted him to, like, our births, and now we're just going to stop existing.
Goes back in time, destroys our mom. You know, actually, him destroying my mom, she might enjoy that. So, wait, hold on. Coming to the Bone Whelk's turn. Hold on, I'm missing someone. Kaylin. Kaylin?
Yeah.
Your turn. I skipped you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Seeing the one in front of me that almost seems a little weak after the tussle with the barbarian, I'm just going to use Mind Sliver. Needs to make an intelligence save, DC 19.
I'm gonna say that fails. So 4 plus minus 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, he fails pretty hard. He fails as hard as a slug can fail.
Okay.
Is that 29 damage?
No, I guess that's rolling to hit for some reason. Takes 3d6. Psychic damage. That would be 10 psychic damage.
Got it. Alright, any movement on your turn?
Is it still living?
That was the first damage it's taken, so yes, only 10 damage on it so far.
On the one right in front of me?
Pretty sure. There were 2 in front of you guys, so you already killed one of them.
I thought the barbarian had damage.
What, the 5? I
There were
killed
5
3.
in total, but 2 made it to your group before you fired.
Yeah, I killed 3 of them. The warlock killed 1, so this is 5th. This is the one the barbarian attacked. I thought you said he has like 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
You guys are keeping me honest tonight. I'll say, yeah, you know what? Taking shitty notes tonight. Yeah, we'll say you go ahead and kill him. This guy's a pretty weak enemy. If it wasn't going to be this turn, it'd be next turn. How do you kill him?
Essentially, I kind of turn and look at him with my piercing purple eyes, and you just feel his tiny slug brain just melt into a vegetable.
Barely had anything
Magic.
left, and it oozes out his ear holes. Everyone, please take 9 necrotic damage as you hear a screech through its circular rows of teeth. Alright, getting funky. So that is the threat removed. You guys are out of the initiative order, and you're back to your own devices. You still feel like this place might be full of enemies, potential monsters, foes of many kinds.
I'm gonna turn to Death said. What's your character's name? We never did introductions.
My name is Clementine Shortstout.
Clementine, right. Clementine, when does he come back?
I have no idea. I did not cast anything on him.
I
Oh, that wasn't you.
I turned to Kaylin to figure out what was going on. She'd be counting on her fingers, and right as she finishes counting at 6 seconds, it would reappear.
Cool.
Baylor comes back with a far-off look in his eyes like he'd just been taking acid and looking at galaxies. Where my bonies? What you do with bonies?
That question? Draw another arrow.
I'm ready to blast his face off.
I think it's back to Clementine.
Back at the top of the initiative order, back up to Clementine.
No, I go first. Okay. And he's in melee range with me, correct?
I'll say that you had the opportunity while he was tripping in space to move back. You did have a couple rounds. Well, it would be 1 round, correct?
Correct.
You would have had time to step back.
Okay. I'm gonna just say I forgot to do it. I'm just gonna cast Shocking Grasp on him. So it's an 18 hit.
19 just hits, but I'm seeing an 18.
Yeah, that's what I said. 18.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 18
So
just
I'm guessing
misses.
18 misses.
18 misses, 19 would
Nope.
hit. His AC is 19.
So I am going to use the effect of my illusionist braces. When I cast a cantrip, I can use my bonus action on the same turn to cast it again. So I'm going to just try and Shocking Grasp him again.
Yeah, that hits. 14 damage of lightning.
Here we go.
No, oh, yep, resistance to lightning damage. You see, it doesn't have the effect you think it would.
Alright, well, he can't take reactions until the start of my next turn. And I'll just move over here.
All right, we'll say you're just out of range from Quincy.
I'm gonna move up to him as close as I can get, which I assume is right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I'm gonna whack him with the great sword again.
Whack, whack. Roll to whack. 22 hits the shit out of him.
That whack.
What a whack.
Just 1 hit. 15 damage, and I'm going to roll for the extra 14.
What kind of damage is that?
That is slashing.
Thank you, sir.
And nothing happens. Just 15 damage.
Oh, Silas, you're up.
All right, Silas is booking it, doing exactly the opposite of what our barbarian friend just did. As he's running, he's going to notch 2 arrows at the same time. And you see, as he notches them, the arrowhead, like the shaft of the arrow, kind of just as soon as he sticks it in the bow, it just fractures. And you can see binding it together is that same kind of mystical white energy, just now binding a bunch of shards of wood into what would be a shaft. And he's going to let them both loose at once. 2 sharpshooters. Damn. Both miss.
Damn it.
Wish none of you sharpshooter on a 19 AC, but
I was about to say that's some Legolas shit.
That's pretty much all he can do. Yeah.
All right, up to a little anticlimactic, but hey, that's D&D sometimes. Galen.
Alright, on my turn, I'll pull up my orange crystalline ball that's encased in like an iron fixing and just kind of mutter some words under my breath, and the barbarian will double in size as I cast enlarge.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Best spell in the game right there.
I don't know how enlarge works. Is that all you can do on the turn, or you get to attack too?
Enlarge is an action, so that I get.
Yeah.
Understood.
There's no benefit to him. It just makes the barbarian bigger and scarier.
Yeah.
Does that little extra damage?
Advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and 1d4 extra damage.
It's hot. I just rolled up a barbarian. I think I knew. I think I know something I gotta go get. Though he's level 5, so it
Find
might
that
be a while.
with powerful builds and get like 5 tons of carrying capacity. Just throw your enemies out of the ring.
Finally, I can be the Rock.
Exactly.
Silas, did you go, or did I skip you?
I went. I missed both my attacks though, so
Ah, okay.
it's quick. It was a quick turn.
Right, he's gonna look down at you guys and kind of start swinging. Everyone go. I feel like I'm skipping someone.
I think everyone went, except for the bad guy.
Well then, let's take the bad guy's turn. No, Boney die. You kill Boney. Oh, shit. 20 and a 22 to hit. And we'll say he's attacking 1 on each of you. Oh, wow.
Neither of those would have hit me, so.
They hit
Flex.
All right, say the second attack is going to be the whip coming down on Death's Head. Death's Head, well, what's your character's name? I'm having trouble keeping these straight. I'm sorry.
Clementine.
Clementine. Down on Clementine. Whip it good. Now whip it. Wait, it's 2d8 slashing plus 3d6 fire.
Oh, he did not hit me.
The 22 does not hit you?
No.
What? That's really gonna piss him off. He's gonna like arc his back backward and scream up. "Rrrr!" Okay, that's back to the top. Clementine, it is your turn.
Okay. Actually, I should look at this. I think, since Shocking Grasp didn't quite do the damage I wanted, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Of 20.
10 does not meet 20. It's a failure.
So he takes 20 necrotic damage, and I'll just use the bracers to let me cast it again as a bonus action, so he needs to make another wisdom save.
You! Oh man, them bracers. I have a feeling this is a 15. That also fails.
So it takes another 26 necrotic damage. And
Necrotic's adding up fast.
I'm just gonna, staying in melee so I don't provoke an attack of opportunity, I'll move just a little over here in case he has any AoE, and I'll just keep laughing maniacally.
Dumping
my turn.
necrotic energy, you see your friend pouring dark forces into this devil? Yeah, devil. Quincy!
Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works now. Hey, it rolled. One of them hits.
Nice. Roll some damage.
13. I'm rolling for the extra 14 damage it might give. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that didn't hit it.
I have a feeling we're all
And
going to have
that's
a
it.
party when that hits.
Because that's not all it does. It's just the first thing it's got to do the cool thing it does.
Oh man, I'm excited. This is going to be sweet. Silas.
Looks like another round of miss. That's so low.
Oh, so sad the dice gods are being mean to you. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that the first nat 1 on a roll?
Might be. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Silas?
I think so.
All right, Caitlin.
Not really wanting to, like, yeah, not really wanting to engage directly. I'm gonna stay from the distance, cast a magic missile.
Am I muted for my whole turn?
Yep.
Cool.
Damn, that.
I'm sure the description was epic. I feel it in my soul.
9 points of force damage. Just 3 darts of blue energy fly into the creature.
9 force points. I got it. Any movement on your turn?
No, I think I'm good where I'm at.
That makes it the Baylor's turn. I'm gonna need Quincy, and who do I have the Fox avatar for?
That would be me. I'm Quincy.
Oh, I meant
Quincy,
to say
just Quincy.
Clementine. All right,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I'm feeling a rather little silly, a little stupid, a little dumb. All right, what are we doing here? Fire aura. At the start of each of the Balor's turn, each creature within 5 feet takes an extra 3d6 fire damage. A flammable object in the area that aren't being worn carried are ignited. Can't touch this. So both Quincy and Clementine, please take 8 fire damage as the heat pours off this Balor.
Okey doke.
It's official. I just dropped below 100 health.
Same.
Look out!
Oh, you poor guy. You poor guy. 100 health. I feel bad for you, really.
Yeah, I need help, guys, please.
Clementine does a 30 hit. Oh, wait. 20. Yep, 30 hit you.
Yeah, just barely.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm going to roll a 30 to hit you?
No, you need to roll 26 to hit me.
This. Oh, did you do the Constitution thing like I told you?
Me?
Yeah. Did you buff your Constitution with the thing?
With what thing?
The tome?
Oh no,
No. Oh, is it? Okay, it's the belt. Gotcha.
I didn't get any
No.
tomes.
I'm the belt of dwarven kind.
I don't have voices. I'm sorry.
Quincy, the fox guy,
Yeah. Okay, that's what I
So I'm
thought.
taking
he's
28.
got the belt.
Right.
It's 13 plus 15, 28 damage. Fire damage for the 15, and then slashing for the 13.
Is his weapon magical?
Magic weapon. The Balor's weapons attacks are magical.
Okay, so I don't get any damage reduction.
Also, oh no, that's only for critical hits with the longsword. Wait, no, here's the whip. Please give me a strength saving throw as the whip tries to wrap around you. Kinky.
I hate you.
It's like my whole body. I'm only like 2 feet tall, so. Is 14 save?
14 does not save. You are pulled directly towards the Balor. Wait, you're right next to him.
I'm already not. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he
You're
snuggles.
just a little,
He
just
gets you
a
a
little
nice tight
uncomfortably
hug.
close now.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can
He's
smell
in
his
your
breath.
personal space now. Yeah.
Yeah. You are afraid of
He's
getting
right
corona.
in your bubble.
Oh man, 6 feet. What the fuck? That is going to be the end of the Balor's turn. Back up to the top, Clementine.
Okay, well, I did not appreciate his little stunt.
Rude.
So I am going to I think I'm gonna cast a blight on him at 6th level.
Yikes!
Big. That's big.
So he needs to make a DC 20 Constitution save.
Oh wow, you actually might get that. Rolled a 19 with a +6. Hell yeah, 25.
So he takes half damage.
God, that's still a lot. 25.
26.
I round down, sir.
Okay. Official
Man of
rules is
culture.
rounding up.
A man of culture.
Wait, really? Official rules are rounding up?
I'm pretty sure.
Except where otherwise stated, yeah. There's some abilities that'll say rounded down. No ability says rounded up because default is rounded up.
Well, I stand corrected. I will check this. I'm taking a
It's
note.
however you play it, I'm fine. You know, obviously it
Good
will
call.
apply to everything. So
I'll round
it's
it
your
up
call.
this time. I usually do round down. So in
okay,
the
I'm
future,
fine with
when I
20.
round
It's
it
one.
down,
It's 1 point of damage. It's 25. I'm fine
all
with
right, I've
that.
got it.
And then I'm gonna use Misty Step.
Like a ghost, you bamf away, no problem.
As a bonus action, and that's my turn.
Quincy, you see your friend bamf the fuck out of there.
I'm gonna rage, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1v1 right here.
And the trait I'm going to pick is going to be the form of beast tail.
Nice.
Quincy would grow a spiny tail out of his lower back. And he's gonna take a swing at him with it.
Quack, quack.
See if this is
22 hits.
be 10 damage. Then he's gonna swing at him with the sword.
No, I don't
That
think you
don't
have
hit.
advantage. Yeah, 18's gonna miss.
And that's where I'm gonna end my turn.
Understood. Silas.
All right, Silas is sick of his bow's shit. He's gonna sigh, knock one more arrow. I'm not gonna sharpshooter this time because full plus 70 to hit. This is I'm gonna cry.
Why, yes. That hits him.
So you see this kind of spectral shard-like arrow shoot towards him. It's going to take 18 magical piercing, 8 necrotic, and you see as it hits him, the arrow just shatters into pieces, and that white mystic energy just bursts around him. It's going to take an additional 18 force damage,
Oh my god.
as well as 4 necrotic damage.
All right, I can't resist any of that damage, so go ahead and add it up and give me the total, please.
All right. 26 plus 18 is 34, 40, 48 damage.
All right, I've got it. Oh, the Baelor quickly goes to one knee and then pops back up. Oh, that didn't hurt.
As soon as he goes down, I'm going to make a second attack and just try to just hit him in the crook of the knee.
Oh, you hit him while he's down. Oh, man.
17.
Just misses.
I sharpshooter and it didn't pay off. But that's my turn.
All right, was that Kalen? Who just went there? Was that Silas or Kalen?
That was me. That was Silas. So it is
All right.
Kalen now.
Kalen, you're up.
Yep.
I gotta learn your guys' voices and tokens. I can't tell you apart. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I changed my nickname in Discord if that helps at all.
That will help
You
me,
like-
thank you. Yeah, but you just saw your friend tear a hole into the side of this Baelor.
Yeah. Stay down after seeing him fall to his knees, so I'm to make a Constitution saving throw as I cast Sapping Sting.
Ooh. So +4 on the con, +6. That's a 25. This guy's rolling high tonight. I like it.
That passes.
That half damage?
Nope, that's nothing.
Nice.
Damn. I know how I feel.
Yeah, you guys. Is that the end of your turn, sir? Movement, bonus action.
I think that is it.
This Baelor, on his knees, looks up at you guys, tears streaming out of his face. Overwrought with emotion, he turns and addresses you all. Why you hurt me? Why you hurt me, ponies? You are bad. I hate you. And you see him overcome in a black shroud of necrotic energy, and he disappears.
Damn.
Is he casting a spell?
Yes, he's casting teleport.
I would like to counterspell.
Oh, you monster!
There it is.
I don't know what level teleport is, so I'll just do a 5th level counterspell.
Oh my god. I don't know how that works because it is one of his abilities, but it would make sense to me that you would be able to, like, lock him down. Like, nah, where you going, bud?
Teleport, I believe, is 7th level. It's a big one. So you'd have to
Take your
make
beating like a man, my guy.
DC 12. Or actually, no,
Teleport
would it
5e.
be a DC 17, I think.
Yeah, it's 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, 7th level conjuration. All right, let's see if I can roll this.
It's him, I think.
Oh, he rolls it. Yeah, my mistake.
Yeah. There's an ability check with your spellcasting modifier.
Equal to the... Okay. Plus my spell casting modifier.
Yeah. You're a wizard, I think, so just an intelligence check.
Yo, is it Harry?
Mostly wizard, yeah. Well, my cat. So it's my. Okay, yeah.
Ability check. Wait, it's written. Ability check with your spellcasting modifier. It's weird. It's not like a saving throw. It's just
15. So
That saves.
Counterspell
you
doesn't-
stop him.
I think I have to. Do I have to beat 17 or do I?
You have to beat 17.
You have to beat
Yeah,
17.
so it doesn't
I thought it was
stop.
12.
Yeah, that was my bad. I thought because I was thinking lowered it. That's not how the spell worked.
So it's 10 plus 7th level, so 17.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the counterspell doesn't work.
Nice. Yes, he flees.
Question for you: would you rule that 2 people could try to counterspell the same effect? Just theoretically,
Do you have a reaction?
I do.
I'll let you cast a counter spell.
All right, 5th level counterspell coming up. That's a charisma check. 50% chance this makes it. Nope.
No.
Nat 1. Love that for me. Really, this is my character right here.
It's like Neo in the Matrix. He's able to see through your counter spells and weave by your magic. You tried to trap him. He narrowly makes it outside, 120 feet away, where you see him push off the ground and fly into the air at his full 80 feet of flying speed. Let's see. And then he's going to dash for 160, making it 280 feet that he just bailed away from you guys. And he, after moving 280 feet, looks over his shoulder, and you still see in his eyes terror.
Well placed. Whose turn is it?
You guys are out of the initiative order. There's no one in front of you so far right now.
All right, he's 280 feet away. Do we still have line of sight?
Can you hit him from that far?
Longbow has a long range of 600 feet.
Oh
I have
my
the sharpshooter
God.
feet, so yes.
I'll say you have line of sight. You can just see him through the different gouges and gashes in the side of the wrecked flying ship.
Right. He's like a tiny dot in everyone's visions. But Silas is going to knock a single arrow. Close one eye, get down on a knee, draw it all the way back. He's taking a sweet time intentionally. He's making a show out of this. Raise it up, lead the arrow a bit.
Yeah,
28
that
hit,
hits him.
27,
Oh god, you might get him with this last
plus-
shot.
plus 4, I think. Yeah, plus 4 necrotic, so 31 with that. He's still up.
So you cut into one of his wings, and he drops about 30, 50 feet, but he's still in the air, still making it away.
Aiming for the other wing.
Oh my god.
34.
Yeah, that hits.
No escape.
32 damage.
He's just gonna get away, so he dips another 100 feet,
He's still
almost
alive?
touching the ground. Yeah, he's still alive, still flying.
I'm smiting him.
Oh my god.
The arrow collides with his wing and just explodes like the other one did. Another 30 force damage.
$30 force damage?
Yeah.
So you guys, I have a total of 252 damage on this Baylor, and he has 262 health.
God damn it. I tried.
But in his free fall, falling from the sky as you cut out both of his wings, he picked up so much momentum falling out of the sky. He's going to hit the ground, bursting into a pile of lava, doing a couple somersaults, and then slowly submerging down beneath the levels of the lava. You kill him, knocking him straight out of the sky.
That was in character. He left out a whoop. The rest of your friends, go try running.
All right, you guys are now out of the initiative order. You find yourself in this wrecked flying fortress. Still have not discovered where exactly these Adamantine Rods are precisely, but they're going to be around here somewhere.
How many full skeletons can I collect from the snail bodies?
Weird question.
So you go over to the snails, and you see like they're just sticky piles of goo at this point. And you do pick through like some of the like bone structures they've piled up onto their back for protection. I'll say, well, how many are you trying to get? There's quite a few available, as there were 5 bone wokes here.
Let's see. I would prefer 8, since that's any more than that, and it doesn't matter. But
yeah, you take about 10-20 minutes. Go ahead and pick through the bones. Find the ones that you really are fancying. Yeah, you find 8.
okay, I am going to tap my rod of absorption on the ground, using up some of the levels that it started with, and casting Animate Dead.
You got 8 animated dead.
I got 8 Skellymen. And I'll say, feel much more comfortable with my boys around me.
Rolling deep now. Hell yeah.
Right then. Would you all mind if I took a moment? I took some damage in that one.
Yeah, I could use a moment.
Likewise.
Could have my skeletons move throughout the facility.
Okay.
While we rest.
All right, where do you send them? You can essentially see that there are 2 floors that are still intact. While this ship is pretty massive and it rises up vertically a couple 100 feet into the sky above you, it's tilted and most of the ship has been destroyed. Like parts of the ship are just hollowed out where some giant demon ripped into it and tore out like a quarter of it. So there's this floor down at the bottom that is still structurally sound, and then you see, call it 120 feet above you, there is one more floor that still seems to be somewhat intact. The upstairs.
I guess I'll just, for now, if we're taking a rest, I'll just have them explore this floor. Is that what I'll look to the party and say, is that what we're planning on doing? Taking a little short nap? Or not nap, a breather?
That would be nice. Yes. You look over, and Silas kind of pulling some of his arrows out of the snail carcasses.
All right, then go ahead and tell me, I believe Silas is the one exploring with Skellies.
Time, I believe.
Yeah, I thought we taking a short rest.
All right, go ahead and roll up some hit points for the short rest. And then I'll need to know where the skellies are going to explore.
Alrighty. Just 1 second here.
Perfect.
That's good enough. And while we rest, I'll use what is it? Arcane. Yeah, so I'll use Arcane Recovery to get my spell slots back. Spell slot back.
Likewise.
I'll send. So I have 8. So I guess I'll send 4 up this way to the left, and I'll send 4 over to the right over here.
All right.
And if they run into any monsters, they have the command to run away and come back.
Understood. Go ahead and do the ones on the left.
Want me to roll anything for them?
I'll say the ones on the left mill about in that room over there. Nothing happens to them.
Okey-doke.
Also, the skellies walk into the room on the right, amble around in there amongst the broken machinery, and then wander on back out, encountering no enemies.
Okay, I'll have them just come back, stand post on me. I'll turn to the party as we're resting and say, it seems this ship is pretty well safe for the moment. My boys here didn't find anything. At least anything threatening.
Are they a perceptive bunch?
No, not quite. But I'm sure if there's anything quite as big as that demon we fought, they could have noticed something of that caliber.
Fair enough.
Looking around the ship, you do see a massive hatch directly behind you in the wall. It's about 10 feet in diameter. Almost looks like a diameter. Almost looks like a vault door etched into the metal wall of this flying machine. Also, you find a beautiful iron wrought spiral staircase leading upwards.
There's a door.
Big fancy door.
Yes. I know we could probably still personally explore this level. Maybe there's some valuables, something obviously my skeletons could not notice before we head upstairs.
Much my concern. I'll take this corner, and he kind of walks up to this little alcove area.
Looking around the corner, you see about 10 or 20 pipes, pretty large, of all diameters, going through the bottom of the floor up into the ceiling, across the walls. It's very submarine-like, where you see all these like steampunk valves and levers.
Interesting.
One of the tubes has
There's
a
no
pretty
way I
big
would-
gash in it.
There's no way I would know what any of the levers do, or do I have an understanding of machinery? Do I know what steampunk is?
It's more like soul punk because you're shunting these souls through this machinery to power the war. Very similar to the American way. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to do that.
Too soon. Too soon. Too soon.
You're good. Don't stop.
They'll shut us down, man. They'll shut us down. They're listening.
Okay. Give me an intelligence or an arcane roll to see if you can perceive what these things are used for.
I'll take the other side as you.
Well,
Look like soul tubes. It's maybe they burn the souls up and then it makes the thing go.
understandable.
I shall also be taking a look around over here. In the left side of the ship.
Let me know if you guys go over here and start tapping on anything or brushing against anything. There are these large floor-to-ceiling tubes that wind like a maze across all the walls. Let me know if you want to take a
You
closer
said there
look
were
at
like
these.
levers on the wall by the tubes.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's very, it looks almost like a spaceship. It's got like all these knobs and levers. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'm just
See,
gonna do a quick walk around and with my 24 passive, just kind of see if there's anything.
Okay. 24 passive is really, really high. You look in the
high level
room.
characters.
You look in the room to your right, and you see sparks raining down from torn holes in the ceiling, falling onto a pair of rectangular machines that have been torn from the wall. The machines now stand in the middle of the room. There are loose wires sticking out like bad hairdos. I'll accept an Arcana roll to determine what these machines do. You also look into the back of that room, and you see a closed door.
What would it be? 31.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. So you would immediately recognize these as communication machines between the devils and the higher-ranking devils, like the archdukes, and how they communicate with their minions. The larger machine is used to scramble telepathic communications for a 1-mile radius around the fortress. The smaller machine could send telepathic transmissions to all devils within 1 mile of the fortress.
But they seem to be destroyed.
Destroyed as fuck. Rolls like that, though, I believe in your ability to repair it.
I mean, both rolled. There was nat 20 and a 1. Real disparity there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think Silas, assuming this thing is non-functional, he's going to start fiddling with the lever, see if he can get a response.
Gunk, gunk, gunk. You hear the metal ring out and a hollow sound throughout the ship, and then one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sturges pour out of the broken hole in the tubing, pouring into the room.
Nice. That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
All right, let's get some initiative, please. Wow.
Big money this time around. Big money.
Yeah, from last to first.
Jesus. Alright, this is where I die. I'll see you all in the next one.
I don't know. We outnumber them.
Everyone thinks they outnumber Sturges.
I mean, I got 8 skeletons.
Oh shit, that's right. You guys are the bad guy.
And I've got a small task force with me.
I mean, I have the Horn of Valhalla, so that might help.
I have a friend. He's just not here right now.
I have friends. You don't even know, man. I have friends, all right?
He goes to another school, okay?
You wouldn't know her, all right? But she's pretty.
He lives in Canada, all right? Leave me alone.
Yes, the Canadian girlfriend, yes. Oh my god. That was actually like a pretty common thing back when the internet first started. I mean, like, people were on Craigslist, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, it was always a 40-year-old man, but it still was pretty common.
Yep, still is.
Mm.
All right, Kalen, you're up. I'm a big roller, nat 20. Go ahead, man.
I think that was an 18 plus 2. But
Oh.
Where are they on the map? Like to the left of me here?
I didn't put the
Yeah,
tokens
where-
on. I'm sorry.
So they're right there, I'm assuming.
That was just what I was
On the
guessing.
ground?
Sure. Oh boy, this is exactly where I want to be.
Those definitely aren't fish.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okie pokey. Well, this first one is going to go ahead and take a hit on.
You will do so with disadvantage. I didn't mention it earlier because I forgot, but I do have the cloak of displacement on.
Okay. Well, feeling 11's not going to hit.
Not.
All right, Kalen, you're up.
There's my Skellingman.
Ah, Skeletor! I have you now, Beastman!
seeing all these creatures suddenly come out of the tubing after Silas pulls a random lever, I'm just gonna let out a soft sigh as I hold up my sphere, kind of swirl my hand around in wide circles as flames start to flicker around my fingers, and casting Scorching Ray at 6th level.
Jesus!
Ooh.
The 6 rays of fire, and targeting 6 different of the creatures.
Understood.
Silas looks over, sees 6 balls of fire rolling at him from what he thought was his friend. Hits the deck.
This ray of fire just hit. Is that like arcade missiles?
Scorching Ray is attack rolls.
Yeah.
Gotcha. AC's 14. Damn, roll low, man. Oh, wait, plus 11.
Yeah.
All but the 1 hit, so 5 of them hit.
Oh, God. What's the damage on that? These guys may not have that much health. Yeah, I'm going to say just immediately, 5 of them turned into ash.
As a bonus, I manifest mind a bit. Small spectral form of just floating text appears within 20 feet of me.
That's pretty. What does that do?
It's nothing right now upon initial to spells. It's a long effect.
All right. Well, when that happens, that'll happen. Let's go to the second Sturgis, and then you're up, Trash, after that. A 3, a 3. All right, that's gonna miss.
I can deal with a 3.
Damn it. All right, you're up, man. You're up, Trash.
Yeah. The Sturge kind of flies at me, kind of just like bat it out of the air with the butt of my bow. He's going to take a step back and put both hands kind of on the guard of his bow and close his eyes. And you watch from like where his hands are pressed together. This emanating cone, chilly, bluish air shoots out. All of those Sturges, I think, need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I think the 20 will save, the 18 will save, and then these guys have a +0 to con. But if I'm
The
having
18
this...
is not saved, just the 20 does.
Oh, okay. Is this half damage or no damage?
8. It's half damage.
Okay, yeah. That's going to kill the rest of the Sturges.
Yeah. 36 or 18, so big blast of just cold air emanates out from his hands, and the Sturges that die just solidify into just ice statues, fall to the ground and shatter.
Tink, tink, tink. They break around your feet, and it's almost pretty as the red hue emanates and casts rainbows across the wall through the frozen blood of the Sturges. You all are out of the initiative order. Once again.
Lesson learned.
I think it's
Yeah.
wise not to pull random lever.
Yes, I realize that. Thank you.
Quit touching stuff over there. I'm gonna turn around and explore this room and start touching stuff.
I'm gonna go touch the door.
The giant 10-foot vault door?
Yeah. Where's the door?
You touch the door, and it's big, it's massive, and as you touch it,
Right.
nothing happens.
Awesome.
Okay.
But
That's
He's
the
still
way I
enlarged,
like it.
by the way.
Was that
Did you ever
question
drop
missing? I'm sorry.
concentration? Did you ever drop concentration? Is he still enlarged? Okay, it ended.
Short rest.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
It's only for a minute.
Yep, correct. I forgot we took a short rest. That's my bad.
Is there anything in this room or this room of any significance?
All right, 1 second here. Let me do something. So, which character is touching that big old door?
That'd be Quincy, the Fox Man.
Quincy Foxman, you touch this giant door and you feel it hum with energy, a slight ticking tick, 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 coming from this giant shaft that runs throughout this ship. You think that this is probably where the souls from the River of Styx are sucked up through a massive tube to power this infernal war machine. And as you put your hands on it, you feel the sadness and the torment of those souls that were ripped into pieces. And that's where we're going to take a 5-minute break. All right, so we take 5, everyone. We're going to come back and do the second hour. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okey-doke.
I got some water.
Same.
And then I'll explain what are in those rooms now.
Alright, I'm back.
All right, everyone back? I hope I'm back. I'm back. No, wait. No, I'm not. I'm absent still.
Okay.
I'm
We
back.
can change that. We can change that live on stream.
I'm back.
2 out of 3?
I think everyone's here.
Well, I only heard 3
I'm here.
people.
Everyone unmuted themselves, so I would assume.
All right. Thank you.
I'm just trying to. I was just looking at all my stuff, and I've been using my sword wrong. It's if I get a 20 on the roll, it does extra 14 damage.
Oh, you don't roll an extra
just on the
D20. I
original
gotcha.
And then you re-roll after that if you get a nat 20. If you get another nat 20, you just lop off one of their limbs.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Sword of sharpness is fun.
We're gonna just go ballistic when that happens.
Dude, 3 nat 20s in a row? All right, Quincy, over to the area behind you. You walk in here with your squad of Skellies? Skelly squad?
Yep. I'll have them all lined up behind me, nice orderly fashion.
Got your back. Crouched on a pile of humanoid bones in the far lowest corner of the room is a hunched gnoll that looks underfed. It gnaws on a bone while cackling maniacally to itself. Near its nest is another iron door. Gonna lead us into this room back here. Lying on the floor near you are a pair of glass, bell-shaped horns attached to some loose wires. They look like they were removed from a pair of tall, slender metal machines standing against the wall opposite you.
I guess I'll approach the knoll and reach a hand out to touch him.
Girl, no touch. Why you touch? Me no understand who you are. What the? Oh, you have friends. Look at friends.
I do have friends.
Your friends
Is
look
there-
unwell. Your friends all skinny.
Is there a door to this room I could close?
The room you're in currently? Yes.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna have a skeleton close the door, and for however long I can have, I'm gonna torture this gnoll.
Christ. That took a
Wait, why?
turn.
What? Why are you looking all that way? Stay back! Ah!
And you guys hear some muffling screams coming from across the side of the ship. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I'll leave like one skeleton out in the hallway that just has like his arms folded and looking at the party, and he just like shakes his head. No.
Scaly bouncer.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, he's doing that. Did we ever get that door open, or was he not able to get it open?
Which door? Oh, you're gonna open it.
Well, Quincy said he was. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Was he going
I'm
to
gonna open it. I'm gonna open the door.
So you brace yourself, really have to get a good position in using both your hands and all your strength. You lift up on the door and you expose this massive tube, probably about 10, 20 yards in diameter. Enormous, that goes through the entire length of the ship from floor to ceiling. Not floor to ceiling. All the way from the most bottom part of the ship up to the command deck above you.
This vertical?
It's vertical. It goes down. It's meant to suck up souls from the river Styx and feed it into the engines of the machine.
Well, I think I'll shout and alert the party to what I found. Tube up to the command area. Or tube up.
You did pass a stairway, a spiral staircase leading up to the command deck. However, you do think that this would also afford you an avenue up to the command deck. However, there's probably going to be a similar giant vault door that, if it's not unlocked, might be difficult to get through. You also hear a tick, 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 that you heard from before getting louder.
I think I'll shut the vault door.
Maybe we should wait for our friend to be done doing whatever she's doing in there.
It hurts! Stop! It hurts us! No!
And as you go, the door squeals in protest, the rust making it difficult to move. One long, slender, not a tentacle, what do you call those?
Tendril?
No, it's like an
Pod?
insect leg.
Feeler?
Antenna.
It's like a feeler, but it's just chitinous armor. Pokes its leg through the door, and you try and close it, but the strength is immense and it overwhelms you. The door is pushed open, and before you, crawling out of this horrible tube, is a massive 100-foot-long centipede.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
That's big. That's big. That's large.
Didn't get the chance to say, but I was coming over to investigate what the Quincy was talking about. And I see a giant bug.
Big ass bug, look out! Let's see some initiative, please.
Nope.
1.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Guess I got really caught off guard by that bug.
Oh, there you are. I missed you, Clementine.
Yep, 11.
All right, Quincy, you're at the top.
Obviously, I'm gonna probably rage. Scared me.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, don't scare me like that.
And for this rage, I think I will choose the claws. The beast claws, yes. And a fun thing about the beast claws is, for every attack I make, I get to make 2 for each attack action. So,
Or as long as you hit with the claws, yeah.
yeah.
So this guy's AC. AC is 17. Well, yeah, you wouldn't know that. 27, 20, 26, 21 all hit.
Awesome. And I'm going to use my what's it called? I'm gonna use my infectious fury on it. Gotta make a wisdom saving throw of 17, or take 2d12 psychic damage.
Nice.
1. What are my high rolls, man? What the
Nice.
hell happened?
Gotta take 19 psychic damage.
Oh, it hurts us. All right, so this is slashing here. I have no resistance to that. I believe. Did you catch all the slashing attacks? Oh, there's the 11 slashing I was missing. Okay. $37 plus 19, 56. All right, I've got it. Damn, that hurt me a lot. Ow. Yeah, this
And
is
I'm gonna end
giant.
my turn.
Understood. The giant centipede monster is very surprised as it tries to get out of the channel to attack you guys. Clementine, you're up.
Alrighty. I guess I'll have one of the 8 skeletons watch the knoll as I'll put him back in his corner. And then what's my move speed? 25. So I'll come to here. Using bonus action to command the skeletons, I'll have the 7 remaining all fire their crossbows at their short bows at the centipede. So I'm just gonna do is 5, 6, 7. So they have a +4. So I'm assuming only the 19s hit.
Correct.
Okay.
16's just miss.
So that is 12. It's 18 piercing damage from the skeletons.
All right, I got it.
And then I am going to use Toll the Dead on the worm. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw of 20.
Quincy, please take 12 necrotic damage as you hit this giant centipede. It is got a really dark aura around it, and you watch as the necrotic energies as you touch it leak into you. I think I'm supposed to roll damage each time you hit it, but I was slow, so we're just going to do it once. The wisdom saving throw is another 1.
Alright, so he takes 15 necrotic damage.
All right, I got it.
And that's my turn.
Silas.
Is this is a door that opens? Yes, right here.
Yes.
Okay, and he's gonna run over to it. Arrow drawn, just kick the door open.
Oh, that's badass. That's some SWAT team
Let
shit right
loose.
now.
Let loose 2 arrows that kind of whiz right past your head, Quincy. I've learned my lesson.
18
That
hits.
one, but it's still an 18. Perfect.
Wow.
So 23 piercing damage. And then we'll sharpshooter. 'Cause I don't think I'll roll a 1 again. Yeah, 28. So that's 39 more piercing damage.
Jesus. Whew, that's spicy.
Now you understand why I take the gamble with sharpshooter every time.
Ugh, man, that is Campbell I want to roll high on. 39 plus 12. Is that 51?
Total damage that round would have been 62, I think.
Oh,
23,
it hurts.
23 and 39.
Yep, then I did my math correctly.
And then just take a couple steps back. Badass entrance, but timid exit.
Shoot a couple laser bolts at him and then back out slowly. Like it. Kalen.
Seeing this giant bug, and all seem to be kind of knowing what they're doing, and not one for the engaging myself. So I'm just going to cast haste on Quincy.
Thank you.
So you now have +2 to your AC, advantage on dex saving throws, and you get an additional action.
Yes. Will be well used. Oh, and I don't know if it matters, but the 16 of last round orange damage would have been necrotic, not piercing. I don't know if that is resistance or what.
Hold on. All that 62 damage was necrotic?
No, just 16 of it.
Okay. All right,
So it would have been 46 regular piercing damage, and then 8, I think, because it has resistance. I think, because of how you reacted.
So you send the necrotic energy into it and it has no effect.
Okay. Yeah, then just the 46 damage.
Immune to necrotic and cold damage, as per the adventure module.
Understandable. Yeah, I just remember because you said it was surrounded by necrotic energy, so I figured there was something like that going on.
Exactly.
No
The
matter.
book designates this creature as a remoraz, but to swap the immunities of fire with necrotic.
I like that. Anyway,
Okay.
unimportant.
And then step right on the wall. It's my turn.
You're up.
Who's
go
up?
Back to Clementine. I will go back to Clementine, I think.
Oh, was that Kalen's turn? I'm sorry, I ain't got your voices yet. If that is if all 4 players have taken their turns, it will be the Remoraz's turn. He looks down at you, Quincy, opening his mandibles, and he strikes out at you. And another one. This is the 3rd one in a row. Quincy, you're up.
Nice.
I don't even bother with these tokens. You guys just slaughter them.
It would be 6 attacks now, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Fair amount.
The 16 misses, but everything else hits.
That crit.
That work or
Although, technically, does it specify once on each of your turns, so it's just 5 attacks?
oh, 5 attack. Yeah. Wait.
I don't mean to be like rules lawyering, but just reading it over.
Wait. So I don't wait.
Once on each of your turns when you attack with the club, using attack action. Since you're attacking twice. it
Oh, I've
only
been reading
applies
it wrong.
It only applies the
Wait.
extra attack once, I think. You still get 5 attacks. You don't get the extra one, I think. Obviously, it's up to you.
Oh, I've been reading it wrong. I'm sorry.
New characters, no problem. I'll go ahead and take the first 4. Wait.
5. It's still 5.
Yeah, so you rolled
Isn't
correctly
it
on
2
damage.
attacks?
We'll just say the
one-
last one didn't
He gets
count.
2
and I
attacks
missed one.
per 2 attacks per attack action. Once
Yeah,
per
so
turn
he-
when he takes the attack action, he can get extra attacks. He's
Yeah,
taking
so
the
he
attack
get-
action twice, so it's 3 for 1, 2 for the other one.
Yeah, he gets a bonus, and then with haste he gets another So he's using the attack action again through haste. Doesn't he get a?
He's hasted
Another
right now.
claw?
That's right.
Yeah, he gets
It
two.
would
He
only
gets
be
2 attacks
5.
per attack action.
Yeah, the
On
claws
one
give
of
him.
those, on one of those, he gets an extra one because it's once per turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's once. Oh, I'm sorry.
It would only
It's
be
5 attacks total. Sorry.
No problem. Thanks for helping us figure it out, guys. I love new characters. It's
Give you the
like,
direction. I
That's
doubt they have
fine.
it in mind when they design this ability. Correct.
It is the newest subclass for barbarian, so
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never played Barbarian before either.
Oh.
This one
That'll
just
do
looked
it.
like the most interesting.
Path of the Wild Magic's pretty good too.
That is a fun one.
All
I
right,
want to
got
play a Wild
65.
Magic Barbarian who thinks she's a wizard. Not important.
I hate wizards. I got 65 damage. Is that correct?
Sure.
17,
All right. Well, yeah, that's going to kill him.
26, 30.
Cool.
So, Quincy, as you tear into him with your claws, describe how you eviscerate the centipede.
Gonna be going for whatever he assumes the throat is, right under the face, head, mandibles, and just be tearing that out as much as he possibly can. Just digging his way into the thing. As soon as he feels it stop moving, he pulls himself out.
Something.
And you are digging deep into this thing, and before you know it, you're up to your elbows in its throat, and you feel something, and you grab hold of it and pull. And after a second or two, you cut through, and you are flooded in a wash of necrotic blood. Is dead.
Well, that was quite the show of force, don't you think?
As you step out from underneath this puddle of necrotic blood, a thin smoke trails up ahead of you as it eats away at your flesh. Please take 44 damage of necrotic.
Oh no, I dropped below 100 again.
I hate you.
I'll have you guys know I specifically chose these things to wear you all down, so when the people that are coming to get you are... Alright, I'm not going to tell you that.
I've got a surprise. I've got several surprises, actually.
Just wearing you down. Sturgis are actually one of my favorite monsters for just wearing people down. However, it wasn't very effective on you guys.
When you said sturges, I thought you said sturgeons, and I was very confused as why there would be fish there.
What are these prehistoric fish things doing out here?
There's one good thing about magic users, is they're good at taking out groups.
So my friends, I let my friends pick some magic items my guy got. They gave me a wand of magic missile.
Mm.
I don't think you can.
Actually.
Do you have to be able to use magic to use the magic missile wand, or is it just?
I don't think so.
I think for wands, no. For spells or scrolls, yes. Wands, you don't
Yeah.
have to, I don't think.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
attunement wand sometimes, but
It is not an
unimportant right
attunement
now.
wand. Just
yeah.
7
After
charges,
About
or
a
just
minute
1 charge
after,
at 7th level. So
Quincy's whole body would like lock up for like 6 seconds and then pass. Just the end effect of haste.
Have a little seizure.
once Quincy kills the thing, he'd probably wash its blood off with a rag he keeps in his back pocket as his rage ends.
You do so.
His hair
It's-
looks a little greasy now because it's just covered in blood.
Well, his normal race is a half drow, so he doesn't have fur.
I mean, like the hair on your head.
Oh, the hair on his head? Yeah, probably.
Looks good. It's like slicked back. Very Italian.
Very Italian.
Clementine, you go back
Yeah.
over that room.
Oh no, don't come back! No hurt me, please!
You see,
You-
on the far side of that room are double doors leading into another area.
Okay, I'm gonna. He was a Knoll, right?
Correct, Noel.
Okay, I'm gonna step up to him. My whole 2 feet tall step up to him and say, "You have anything worth your life?"
You just see him getting higher and higher pitched. He's turning red.
All right, I'll just kill him. And I'll check the double doors.
I thought it was gonna be like a lighthearted adventure into the first layer of hell, and you're executing war prisoners.
Yeah.
Well, I made my thing on Discord on Geneva suggestions, but like I didn't think anyone would take it to heart.
I'm just playing to my backstory, man.
Stepping
Sure.
over the Knoll's corpse, you make your way back into the dark room, which contains a metal console that has been torn free of the wall to your right. Pinned between the console and another wall is a small, desiccated winged devil that looks like it was crushed to death. In another corner stands a 3-foot block of infernal iron, a locked safe with clawed feet and a 3-dial mechanism built into its thick door. Each dial bears numerals written in infernal.
Well, I can't read Infernal.
Well, Clementine is investigating.
How sturdy does this safe look? Does it look like something I could break open with a spell?
Give me an intelligence or an arcana check. On first glance, yep. And
28.
also, considered reasoned look, a very educated look, you know that this thing is stuck to the floor with sovereign glue, so it can't be moved. It looks airtight, watertight, impervious to damage and thieves' tools.
Well, not getting into this.
You think to yourself, if the Adamantine Rods were anywhere within the ship, it would probably be in this extremely secure box right here in front of you.
Time to pull some shenanigans, I guess.
Is there any?
Yeah, so we can't move it. We can't damage it.
Taking a second
guess it-
look at
I guess at
these-
this point I'll call the rest of the party over.
I can't open it myself. So, as the rest of the party arrives,
I'll send a skeleton out for him.
the rest of you see like this rattling skeleton kind of gesture, give you guys the high sign. Hey, this way.
I can read Infernal,
I can also read Infernal.
so I'll give it a quick look over.
You recognize the symbols on the 3-digit combination are numbers 1 through 9. There are 3-digit. They're like those spinny wheels that you gotta like a bike lock that go through like 1 to 9.
I'll
And there's
just
3 of them in a row.
sigh and say, "We don't have time for this. I'm not." So knock is a spell that will automatically undo.
I know what knock does.
Interesting. So it's designated in the adventure module. You cast Knock. The first of the 3-digit combinations, the first wheel, click, switches to 6 and pops up.
Hmm.
Oh wait.
Alex doesn't recognize the numbers, so he doesn't say what I'm thinking, but
Can I move the other two locks to 6 and 6?
You do so.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
You both cleverly realize the combination at the same time, and the box opens, revealing the 9 Adamantine Rods. Beautiful, almost magical, from space metal that Wolverine himself has a skeleton of. You guys pick them up.
Wolverine,
They're
I think
heavy.
he's a friend of yours, Quincy.
Yeah. Of course.
How do we want to? We each want to carry 2 and
I'll open
3.
my bag of holding. I put them all in here.
Suppose that would do it.
I'm fine with that.
You guys sequester away the Adamantine Rods. Those are going to be useful. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to get those for a purpose.
Nah, I'm sure they'll fetch a pretty penny.
All right. I suppose we have what we came for. Should we continue on our path or keep looking around here?
We could always attempt to check the upper levels, but with how many things we fought on this one, it might be just as perilous.
There's 2 ways we can go up. We can go up this tunnel here, or we can go up the stairs. We split up in 2. We could probably ambush them from one side or the other.
Well, if we... you had to pry that door open to get in the tube, right? What if there's a door of such same quality on the upper side? Feeling you might get stuck.
And I'd
A
rather
fair
not let
point.
any more of those centipedes out if there are.
Well, I heard a clicking before it showed up. Should be easy enough to detect one.
How high up was the other level again?
You guys look up, and the ship is torn to hell, but you'd say it's about 100 feet above you.
I could potentially use... So, I have a spell that could make things a little safer, though I don't know if it will really help too much. But
I mean, we came down to hell and we're afraid of going up the stairs.
I'm just saying we could hedge our bets.
This party
And,
doesn't go down. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm willing to head up the stairs. I'll send a Skellyman ahead.
Cautiously, you guys make your way up the spiral staircase with a Skelly in the lead. Kind of say you guys are back here a little bit, not quite out in the open. You guys, as you reach this floor, precariously perched high up in the sky, the entire roof of this facility has been sheared away.
Any sign of any sort of creatures or demons or anything?
You hear some
funky music. That was good timing.
You hear a bell, somewhat regular, but whatever its function was, You can tell that the mechanical irregularities of it's broken somehow, but still operating on some kind of ambient power. Also above you, those giant vultures that you saw from the ground, you see them continue to circle above you, and they are in plain sight. It'll take a stealth roll for you to walk freely in the open and not be detected by them.
How far up are the vultures? Maybe we can just kill them out of the sky.
Yeah.
Doesn't designate how high they are. We'll say that they're about 500 feet up. Actually, 1,000 feet up. I would never go below 1,000 feet. I would feel uncomfortable below 2,000 feet, frankly. If I wasn't on my way to the airport, I was above 3,000, 4,000 feet.
All right.
Alright, well, I'm not too worried about them seeing us. It's clear they know we're here if they're circling. If they're acting like regular vultures, that is.
Looking out across the
I'll
ship, you see that
stand guard.
Oh.
Go ahead.
All right, no, you stand guard. You're alert. The sounds that you hear don't sound like they're approaching. It just seems like the dying gasps of this giant flying fortress. The floors, walls, and ceilings and doors are made of iron that has been twisted, bent, and ruptured in places. The ceiling's about 15 feet high above you. You gotta like tile ceilings. And the light, the only light, it's very dark in here up in the higher parts, comes pouring in through the rended tears in the wall. The red sky of Avernus is the only light source, and it's dim in here. And as you guys try and walk, the floor is slanted at a 20-degree angle, kind of making you lean.
Just as a note, the little text I have also it puts out a 10-foot bright light radius.
So as you guys walk along, a hum of arcane light shines upon you. You guys can make out what's around you.
I want to try and find the bell and try and figure out what its purpose is.
You walk over to the center of the room and find this large bell, black. The room contains two rusty iron cages in one corner and an iron bell-shaped contraption bolted to the floor in its opposite corner. The bell is 9 feet tall and painted black, with several dents and dings in it. Every so often, the bell emits a loud clunk.
Does it seem to like attached to anything, or is it just kind of doing it of its own magical free will?
I'll accept an Arcana roll to kind of give it a check what its purpose is. Ascertain.
22.
It's DC 20. You recognize this to be probably a contraption built by Bel himself, the former Archduke of Avernus, the War Master, the Smith. This machine was used to keep the fortress aloft and level with the ground. The noise it makes is the rhythmic malfunction caused by the fact that the fortress is embedded and leaning to one side in the ground.
And you said it's 9 feet tall?
It's a big-ass 9-foot bell of solid black metal.
I guess I'm not taking it with me.
And as you make your way,
Yeah, I guess I'll just shake my head and be like, gosh, such a shame.
as you make your way to the middle of the room, the glow of your words, in addition to the holes in the roof, They put the spotlight on you, and you look up just in time to see it's either 5 or 6 Vrocks land and begin to attack you.
Lovely. Assuming we're all rolling initiative.
Roll up some initiative, please. We're back in combat. Six Vrocks.
Nice rolls for them.
Gonna have to grab some more of that Star Wars combat music. They got that good brass band. We got Quincy. Oh, whoop! No, Trash Man. Trash Man, you're playing Silas, right?
That's right.
Right. Then Quincy. All right, these 3 Vrocks are going to swoop down. 2 on Clementine, 2 on, and then 1. Whose token is this?
That's mine.
Who's mine?
Silas.
Oh, thank you, Silas. All right, 1 on Silas, 2 on Clementine. Then this one's going to start moving over there. Oh, wait, no, it's not his turn. These 2 will flank you. This first one is not going to have an advantage because he just gets there. How many attacks do Vrocks have? Multi-attack 2 plus 6. Beacon Talon. I think the 17 is a 23 hit. Clementine.
No, they gotta get an at 20 to hit me.
Well, that's not good. That's bad. That's right, you're 26.
Yeah.
All right, a 1 step. Oh, nope. Coming over to Silas.
They're free to attack my Skellyman.
Why would yeah, actually, the rest of them probably would jump down on the Scally Man.
There's 8 of them, so they take up a lot more space than the token indicates.
Understood.
But I just put the 1 for simplicity.
I like keeping it simple. Silas does a 6 plus 12. 18 hits you.
It does not.
All right, yeah, the Vrock's just hitting air. Silas, you're at the top.
I might be next to this thing. Silas, in typical fashion. I mean, he's going to chuckle a little bit. He's not super scared. He's going to kind of say to no one in particular. Like shooting pigeons back to my old friend. Take a step back. I will take an opportunity attack from that.
11.
Oh,
Nope.
11. Yep, that won't do it.
Give us your essence, Gelfling.
21.
Yeah, it's a shit out of him.
27 damage.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
first 19 is piercing. The next 8 is necrotic. And then I think he's going to sharpshooter 15.
I think that's gonna miss. Nope, 15's his AC. You hit.
Perfect. 38 damage.
Gotta like when that sharpshooter hits, 65 damage. Okay, I've got it.
Perfect. 2 arrows just thud into this thing's chest.
Arr! You, Gelfling, you must give us your essence into the machine.
Quincy.
I'm gonna grab my spear that I have, +2 spear. And do we roll with dex to throw it?
I think the spear has is its own plus to
Own
hit.
weapons you can choose to use strength or dex.
Oh, okay. So it's
Thank
just one-handed? Yeah. On the one
You
next to
thought,
Silas.
yeah.
Which one are you attacking?
The one next to the one that Silas just attacked. The yes, that one.
All right, I don't think you would have advantage on that, so a 12 will miss.
Oh,
I think you have automatic advantage turned on. I don't know if you intended to do that.
oh, did I? Oh, how do I do that? How do I undo that?
If you go to your character sheet,
Yes.
the little settings button, the little cog next to spells, you
Yep,
can go
on
to roll queries on the rightmost tab, advantage toggle. It should say, I think it says always roll advantage now. Just change it to advantage
Oh,
toggle.
it does.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I've
Yeah.
used this for.
I don't know.
I've
no,
used this
it
for
like
about a year.
defaults to always being advantage, which just doesn't make any sense to me.
That is weird.
I've used this for almost a year and never knew that.
Understandable. It's just tucked away. A lot of the settings are not important. Continue.
All right, the Vrock is going to go ahead, swoop down. Attack this skilly man.
Yes, we consume all of you. Yes. Maybe not.
13 on the skelly, and then a 11.
The 13 hits.
It's going to be the beak attack, 2d6 plus 3. Ten damage to the skelly. He's toasted.
One less skelly million for you, wizard.
No, he's still up.
Oh, okay.
He's got 28 hit points.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought it was 8. My bad.
I think they have base 18, I'm pretty sure, but since I'm necromancer, they get plus 10.
Oh, you dirty death wizard. Clementine.
Okie doke. Bonus action, all the skeleton are just gonna surround this rock that just attacked them on basically all sides, and they're gonna try and stab them with their short swords.
We skip someone?
Who did I skip? I got
I think you
Silas,
skipped
Quincy, Clementine. I got Kaylin going after Clementine. Is that wrong?
Okay, okay, yep, you're correct.
looks right.
I read it wrong. You're correct.
Team effort, no worries. Clementine, stabby roll. Oh god, oh god.
So they have a plus 4. So there's 5,
The 19 is gonna hit.
6, 7, 8. There's 8.
What? Ooh,
So-
that hurts.
So yeah, so 2 hit.
Damn, dude, sorry on those rolls. That's a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s.
Yeah, that's what, and they're there for cannon fodder. So
32 damage.
No, that's just a hit.
Oh, sorry.
All
4
these
damage?
20s are just to hit. So, yeah, so they deal 4 plus.
Ah, this is a
6.
skeleton. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, these are the skeletons all attacking.
This is making more sense all of a sudden. All right, okay.
So they do 4 plus. They each have plus 6, so 12. That's 18 total damage. It's piercing damage from all of them combined.
I don't think these rocks have any resistance to piercing. They got resistance to cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Yeah,
That will be-
these are not magical attacks.
All right, I got 9 damage.
Okay, and then basically they're gonna be on like, like one here, just completely surrounding him.
Oh, getting the shit out
So
of
if he-
Shredder, yeah.
Yeah, so if he tries to move, they basically can all reach up and opportunity attack him. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them, so I'm gonna use my action to. Let me get my spells up here. I think I'd hit my. Most of my stuff is gonna hit my. Let's hit myself. Oh, here we go. I'll use Burning Hands. This way. 15-foot cone. So I think I'll be able to hit all 3 of these guys. I'll cast that at 3rd level. So they need to make a Dex saving throw of 20.
One of them succeeds with a 21.
Oh, I believe they take half damage if they succeed.
With burning
Half of
hands, yeah, I
30s.
think it's half damage.
Yeah, so yeah, they'll take
That'd be
12.
19.
That's
Oh wait, I'm looking at the
37 was
37.
the
I'm
yeah, was
sorry.
the hit.
it's 23,
23,
damage.
half of which is 12.
and the one that fails will take the full damage of 23. And that
2
will
of them
be
failed. Only 1 succeeded, so I got 23. All right.
And then I'll just start chuckling to myself, and then my turn.
Rocks are a little unsettled by your hilarity. Okay. Kaylin.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just pat Silas on the shoulder.
Cut out. What did you cast?
Haste.
Thank you.
You feel the cells in your body vibrate. You are hasted, sir. Now these 2 Vroks are going to take their turns to... swoop in on you guys. Actually, this one's going to try and surround you, Clementine, and get you down.
Do my skeletons get attack of opportunity on this guy as he passes by their space?
These guys are flying in. Now, this is their first arrival, so they're shunting
Oh,
in
okay.
through different crevices and cracks in the hull.
I thought they were already on the map. Okay.
Gotta like moving in 3 dimensions.
Why? I live my life in 2 dimensions.
Same, bro. I have a feeling neither of those are gonna hit Clementine. Negatory.
Nope.
Silence.
Like I said, with a +6, they literally need a natural 20 to hit me.
God, you're rolling low as shit. 15 hits you, Silas.
He does not hit.
All right, back up to these 3 rocks up here. This one's going to take a swipe at the Skellies and another swipe at you, Clementine.
One of these days.
I think one of those will hit the Skellies. Does 21 hit the Skellies?
Oh yeah, that definitely hits him.
11 misses.
Is he going?
right?
11 does miss.
So, what was
Are
your
they
question?
going after the injured one, or is it a new one?
Probably go after the
No.
injured one.
Okay. I'm just keeping track of their life.
2d6, not 3d6. My bad. 11 damage of piercing, in addition to the previous damage on the one that was damaged already.
Okey-doke. He's still up, but just barely.
Nope. 19. Almost get you there, Clementine.
Almost. Not quite.
This one is going to take a step forward.
I'm just too short. And wearing plate mail.
It's a solid brick of metal.
Hmm.
A 10 and a 24 on you, Silas.
24 hits. The 10 does not.
It's going to be...
Actually, you actually go for it. You seem to hit that hard.
Nope. Yeah, he beaks you for 12 piercing damage.
Assume in the shoulder, you see him have grimace.
Silas, you're up.
All right, Chalice is flowing with adrenaline right now. She basically just gave him a full adrenaline shot in the back of the shoulder. So he's gonna draw 4 arrows just in one hand and just rapid fire cannon them off. They're at disadvantage, but I don't think I can physically miss these guys. So the first one's a 29. The second one's a 21. I'll just do. I'll do one against the one that's I already hit first. I'll do only one. So that's 27 against the one that's already injured. Does he go down or is he still kicking?
Still up. These guys have a lot of health.
And the second one, yep, I'll drop the second one into him as well, sort of into his throat. So it'll be another 22 damage.
Got it.
And I'm assuming he's. So it's 28. So another 23 damage.
Same
He's
one.
still
or-
good?
Yep, still
Yeah.
up.
So I'm loading into the same one.
Oh, okay.
Then. Then last one.
The one you attacked
Yeah.
first or second? Are you attacking for a second time?
These have all been into the same one, the one that was already injured.
Oh, I mistook it. Okay, yeah, you killed that one
Okay,
with the second
sorry.
attack.
Okay, then yes, the last 2 attacks would be into him, into the second, the other one that's next to me. So 22 plus 30 on that one, or 22 plus 23. So
Oh,
50,
God.
45 damage.
Oh my god! All right, I've got it. Jesus Christ, Cracker! This guy's got a machine gun. Who gave this guy a machine gun?
I did.
You monster!
That's correct. That's correct. He did.
Now I know who to blame. Okay, that was Quincy. How?
That was a 94 damage round. It's pretty good. Oh, I can deal with that. All right.
Yeah,
One
so
of
your
arrows
arrow-
dropped.
Yeah, your arrow goes through one, painting it to the wall. It dies. The other one just gets cut up. Quincy, you're up, man.
I think I'm going to cast Magic Missile with the wand. Just first level.
Pew pew. Is that 22 damage?
Nope, I'm rolling it now.
Oh, sorry.
damage.
That took a little.
A whopping 2 damage.
The Skeksis, I mean the Vrock laughs, giggles.
Wait, the Skeksis, wait, that's Dark Crystal. Wait a minute.
It tickles us, Gelflin.
All right. Anything else?
So I'm gonna draw my greatsword, because that takes an action, right? Yeah. Does it?
Bonus action, draw a weapon.
Bonus action, draw a weapon. I'll let you pull the weapon out and cast a wand. That seems fine to me.
Yeah, perfectly balanced. I'm gonna whack him.
12 misses. Thank God. Finally, someone rolls as low
Oh.
as me.
Hey, imagine not having a plus 17 attack bonus.
Oh, it'd be terrible. I can't imagine it.
So don't get used to it. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Understood. The Vrock. That you just tickled with your missiles is going to take a step forward. Silas, if you want to make an opportunity attack, you may.
It's totally a melee attack, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't think you can cast a second spell as a reaction.
No, I just
Spell.
mean like I don't have a melee weapon.
Oh.
So I can't really like shoot him as an opportunity attack, so I can hit him with my bow if I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it's one melee attack against the provoking creature. You could try and punch him.
I'll take a swing at him with like a bow bash. 16?
16 hits.
How much damage does that do?
It's
What's your unarmed strike damage?
Would it be like a quarterstaff or something?
It's 1+ your strength. So
Yep, so 0. 0 damage. But I hit him real good.
Give him a crack. It doesn't seem to have much effect.
More of a shove than anything, but
Coming in on
Gently
you.
tap him with your bow.
Excuse me, sir.
love tap.
Love tap, baby.
Not very nice.
you give him a little pat on the butt. You made a good play.
Good game, good game. Quincy, a 19 and a 25 coming in on you.
Hey, those are both gonna hit.
Both the beak and the talons. Gonna be 9 from the beak. And 17 from the talons, ripping into your flesh. That's all piercing damage, piercing and slashing damage. Having that as you're still raging. And then that is going to be the end of the Vrock's turn. Clementine.
Okie doke. Well, seeing how skeletons aren't really putting out the damage I want them to do, I'll just have them start kind of doing a little jig instead of attacking. But then, I am going to use Toll the Dead on, I guess, this Vrock next to me here. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of 20.
Fail.
So he'll take 20 necrotic damage. And with my magic item, it lets me cast the cantrip again.
Fail.
So he'll take 27 total necrotic damage.
God damn it, that freaking hammer.
All right, I've got it. Yeah, man, those gauntlets are overpowered.
It is a very rare item, so.
All right, so that is going to be the end of Clementine's turn.
Actually, I am going to move to here. I'll take all the opportunity attacks.
3 opportunity attacks.
Yeah. And I can move through their spaces because I'm a halfling, and I can move through spaces of creatures bigger than me.
Yeah, so you guys see this blur of a tiny metal figure dashing through, and these guys take swings at him, but they just hit air. It's like 3 Agent Smiths trying to touch Neo, and they just can't touch him.
And that's my turn.
Caleb.
Alright. Since talking is a free action, I'm gonna call out to Clementine. How much do you care about your skeletons?
Not at all.
Alright. So right in this area, in a 20-foot sphere, I'm casting Gravity Sinkhole.
That's a new one for me.
So they need
look that up.
to make Constitution saves.
It's like the highest con save we got is going to be a 20, 15, 8, and 11.
I'm just gonna roll once for all of them to make it simple. That's 19 from my skeletons.
So the skeletons and the one that got a 20 passed. But everything else takes 5d10 force damage and is pulled in a straight line toward the center of the sphere. Success, they take half.
Ow!
That'd be 34 force damage.
Guys are kicking my Vrock's asses.
So half of that is 17.
Correct. Oh, I think that's the end of this one.
They're all pulled.
So one of my the injured skeleton gets pulled to pieces. But the rest of them seem up, but definitely not looking too hot. Though they're still doing their little jig.
And what you guys see before you is terrifying. If somewhat bizarre, you see these skeletons and Vrock get stuck in the middle, and their compatriots yanked into them, and they're immediately crushed to death. A little bit of blood spurts out up to the top of the ceiling, covering it red. And as it all coagulates together, it writhes and wiggles in this strange dance. Is that the end of your turn, Caleb?
Yep.
One of those rocks is still up. A couple of them, but one survived that and it's his turn.
Which of them are dead? Just for reference.
What type
I was
of
wondering
damage
which
was
one-
it from the spell? Okay. Never mind. Keep going.
Increased gravity.
So this guy would have been down here. So he's going to go ahead and try and, like... Can he get out of the ball? Does he get a save?
I think for that spell, it only lasts for. Yeah.
I think it's just a pull. I don't think it's ongoing effect, if I remember it correctly.
Understood. So he lands to the ground with a heavy thud and tries to wash his friend off his back. He's going to take a couple swings at your skeleton friends.
Okay, doke.
I think that's 7. That 20 will hit.
Yep. So one of those hits.
15 damage, double sixes, like that.
Alright, he shatters whichever one he chooses to hit.
And it's going to come back up to these two rocks here on the top. They'll take their swings on Silas and Caliph.
Isn't one of them dead? Do I remember that correctly?
Yeah.
I've got 2 dead. Of the 6 rocks, I've got 4 still up and heavily damaged.
Silas.
I thought I killed the one that was right underneath me, but might have been a miscommunication. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm feeling it's only a matter of time. I'm just trying to bleed you out a little bit more before these guys try and fucking run away.
Understandable.
They've been really bleeding me with not hitting me at all.
Oh, I'm going to brag about it a little bit. All right, coming in on Silas, it's going to be 18 and a 25.
The 18 hits the 18 does not hit, the 25 does. I was about to say the other way around. That wouldn't have made sense.
But I still would have believed it. Yes, I'm that gullible. That is going to be 16 damage to Silas, and then the one just saw his friends roast alive is going to attack you, Caleb. Ooh, 25 and a 16.
25 hits. 16.
13 damage, please. That is going to be the end of their turn. Now back to Silas.
Right. Time to start finishing these things off. Right. I'm still hasted. Actually, did you make a con save or a concentration check for your?
Con save to maintain haste. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
It's concentration, I think. So.
Constitution.
Oh, that's right. I have it.
How do I
Yeah,
roll
10,
concentration?
10. It's Constitution, yeah. It's 10 or half damage, whichever is higher.
So,
How much damage was it?
It was 13.
Okay, then yeah, that passes. Perfect. So yes, I'm still hasted. Yeah, just gonna send him off. Not sharpshooting because I'm still at disadvantage technically. So a 33,
Yeah, those, yep, that's going to hit.
23 damage still up.
The one directly in front of you?
The one that's like below me on the map, to the south of me.
Gotcha. Still up.
You guys can just like click and hold to do a little.
Yeah, 19, 23 damage.
That'll kill him.
Perfect. It's just loads off 2 arrows and then kind of spins in the opposite direction, spins toward his right, just because the full like 270-degree spin, spur flourish, and goes for the other one. 25, 6 damage, 20 hits, 25 damage, so 51 damage total.
Yikes. God. Yeah, you see him like double over, hands on his belly where you shoot him. That hurt the hell out of him. Half his HP in one turn. Oh, God.
These things just don't die, huh?
Low AC, high health. Quincy.
While he's doubled over, I'm going to whack him with the sword twice.
Whack, whack. Both hit.
There we go.
Attaboy.
That's where I'm going to end my turn.
That first
Really
sword...
excited for when I eventually get to use this sword fully. You know?
It's gonna be insane.
Wait a minute, wait. When you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, that's not a nat 20, right? Or is it just...
It would be
Usually when it
natural.
says roll a 20, it means on the
A
dice
natural
itself,
20, yeah.
not the total is
Yeah.
20, yeah.
Just gotta make sure. Wording can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
As much fun as it would be with a +9 to hit every 20, just rolling on that. We can't let that happen.
Start up a limb collection, carry them with them.
Who needs a leg when
Call
you
me
got all
Quincy
the
the
legs?
mini-armed.
Yeah, yeah, that was the joke I was going. Yep, yeah, that was it.
You need a hand?
I've got
Got a
60.
real leg up on the competition.
This guy.
This is gay.
So I'm gonna end my turn.
So the first sword strike cuts into him deeply, and you see, oh wait, I can just cut off both of his legs with one more chop. And you do so, and each of his legs fall off him. He lands in a pile of blood on the ground. How do you want to kill him?
Probably just gonna flip him over and plunge this greatsword directly into his face.
Yeah, and he's like, wait, ow, ow, and then right into his beak to the back of his skull. That's the end of that, Vrock. See, that was Quincy's turn. Is that all you got, bud?
Yeah, that's it.
So this Vrock over here is going to look over, see his friend just get skewered like a shish kebab, and he's going to be like, oh God! He is going to run away, incurring opportunity attacks from the skellies.
I'm going to hold the opportunity attacks for if this guy runs.
He will run on his turn. However, he looks over at his friends disappearing and leaping up into the sky from the top of the wrecked flying fortress. He's just like,
Wait, no! You traitors!
and he is going to disappear. He is out of there. Just dives straight over the edge.
That's smart.
Okay. All 6 skeletons are going to attempt to grapple this remaining Vrock.
Is that an opposed strength check?
It is indeed.
That's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. So there's all my rolls. They have +0, so it's just flat.
Oh man, he rolled just a little bit higher on everything. That's amazing. Is that an
That's
extra one on the
incredible.
6th? Oh yeah, you got 6. I got to roll one more time.
Yeah.
Ooh, big money, big money.
Big money, get big money. Down. A 15. He has a +3. He has 17 on his strength score. God damn it.
They all reach out, and one of them just barely snags onto him.
Yeah, they are crawling over each other in a zombie pile, and the one on the top just manages to grab its ankle.
Alrighty. And then for my action, I will simply... I'm gonna kind of... 10, 20... I'm gonna skip around him, kind of staying in his range. And cast Toll the Dead on him. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
+1, 16. That's a fail.
So I'll skip around him, and I'll reach out and touch him and give a little whistle, and he'll take 15 necrotic damage.
Got it.
And that's my turn.
All right, Caleth, you're up. You see this giant pile of zombies lowering this Vrock back into itself as Clementine comes up with a few pot shots.
Gonna let loose a firebolt.
You get advantage because you're restrained now, technically. I think. Let me double check that's how grappling works.
And a 20 works. Now 20's gonna hit him.
That is 23 fire damage.
Still up, just barely. Maybe a little bit. He is looking rough. You guys have torn into him. There's feathers all over the place, and he's slipping on the blood of his friends.
My turn.
All right. I believe that's me.
Yeah, he just can't move from. That's what grapple
Yeah,
does.
grapple is not advantage, it's not restrained. That's what the
Mhm.
grapple feat is for.
Yep.
Silas is going to kind of turn to Kalen, wink, take his hood, pull it like over his eyes, and take a shot without looking. Sharpshooter. 26.
26 hits.
39 points of damage.
Wait, is this Silas going right now?
It's not my turn?
The Vrock is going to go. He has one more opportunity here before you take
My
your
bad.
turn and completely
Ignore all that.
No, it's good.
Ignore
man.
my super cool. Ignore my super cool maneuver. Whatever. I didn't want to do it anyway.
Sorry. He's got to take his chance. He looks around desperate, fear in his eyes. This is his last opportunity to leave. He is terrified, and he gets low, and then arching both wings to the side, spreading them their full wingspan, he lets out a horrific screech. Everyone, please make a DC. Oh, well, nope. Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Con.
One thing I'm good at is con saves.
Ooh, that's not good.
14 just makes it.
There's all my skeletons that get +2. And of course, here's the important one, the one that's grappling him. 9.
Yes!
The one that's grappling him.
DC is a 14, so Trash Man. And the one holding him, the one zombie still clutching him, or stunned.
Oof,
1, 2,
cool.
3, 4. 4 of the zombies save. And then Clementine,
2, 3.
you saved as well.
Yeah, I rolled 19.
He is going to try and run away. Provoking opportunity attacks from
Did you
5.
break the grapple? Or did
He
the
did.
thing die?
He stunned the grappler.
Oh, stun. That's what it was. Okay. Yes.
1, 2. Yeah, so I'll have. I guess I'll have the 4 skeletons that aren't stunned attack him.
And you will have an opportunity attack as well if you'd like to take it. The 20, nice, double that up. And then the AC
Okay.
is 15, so I think the 18 and the 20 hit.
They have +4.
Oh, then the 12 as well.
Okay. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, doubling the one, making it 4d6.
And the Vrock is
Plus-
desperate. He's beating you with his wings. He's tearing at his talons and claws, trying to retch away from you all.
So it's plus 10, 6, 12, 24. So this is 32 points of piercing damage from the skeletons.
And in a flurry of feathers, you see as the skeletons tear this Vrock apart. How do you want to do it?
They'll just standard zombie horde him. They'll just all start grabbing out at him, and as he falls to the ground, they'll just rip him to shreds on the ground.
Yeah, you guys watch as this is
Jesus
Day of the
Christ.
Dead right here. It's to pile on, and it's not a slow death. They're like tearing his insides and pulling his intestine out.
I'm gonna
Silas
A lot of rip and
mutters,
tear so far.
Silas
enjoy.
mutters, whatever. Go ahead.
I'm gonna join the festivities and start ripping the rock and chuckling. I'll have the biggest smile on my face and the best description of what it could be crazy eyes as I'm ripping into the rock as well.
Silas mutters, whatever the elven equivalent of Jesus Christ is. You're done.
And as you guys watch your friend roll in a pile of carnage, you feel somewhat at ease, no longer in danger somehow.
We feel at ease. That was terrifying.
Yeah, I'll look up when you ask me if
That's-
I'm done, and I'll kind of I'll recompose myself a little bit, brush some of the blood off. Like, everything's quite alright. Forgot you were here for a second.
Terrifying coming from a guy who was elbows deep in a centipede.
Reassuring.
So I'm gonna go get my spear.
Yeah,
After
I
that,
suppose-
yeah.
You find your spare. It is no problem. Pick it up.
Silas takes a look to these rooms on the left here.
To the left.
This little hallway. Is that a search?
Going down the hallway, past these tubes, you see that this is in about the same location as the tube room below, and it's much similar to this space up here on the command deck. It's equally torn up. You can't really tell what the purposes are. It just looks like some of the routing for the different resources used by the ship. Continuing on around the corner, you start looking into these rooms over here, and you find like command stations. They're like different communication stations, controls for different aspects of the ship.
All obviously broken, I assume.
Torn up. It's just a bundle of ripped out wires.
Yeah.
They're kind of small, too. It looks like the kind of devil that would have been manning this kind of station would be an imp. Something low ranking.
Something Clementine sized.
Mhm.
Something sized Clementine, but a lot less dangerous, apparently.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that impression too.
Caleb, go investigate this room.
Oh, that room. You see some wreckage on the floor, empty barrel, nothing in there.
Might as well come over here. I found something up here in this room, in the floor below, so I might as well check it.
In this room, you see jagged gashes in the outer wall that allows you to see the hellish sky of Avernus to the light, and it allows the light to spill into this room. An open hatch in the floor leads down to the lower decks, and a metal console is plugged into the wall.
Can I make a check to see if well, first of all, is the console working at all?
It's got power.
Okay, can I make a check to see if I could determine what it might do before I start messing with it?
I'll accept a Arcana or Intelligence.
Well, might as well do Arcana. That's what I'm best at. 27.
You see that this is some kind of communication ship for within the flying fortress, kind of like a PA. It is fucked up, though. It is almost half destroyed. You're surprised it's working, really.
Interesting. And is anything beyond these double doors?
Double doors?
Yep. My men's with me.
All right, congratulations. You guys have fully explored this entire ship. I got nothing else in the module.
Good to know.
What about this very specific section right here?
Oh, that section. Now that one. Here, let me get the whole full page text on that.
Alright, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I checked the room on both floors. I'll come back to the
Suppose we know what
party.
we came for, shall we?
Yes, I believe we shall.
And as you guys turn to go, you hear something from up above you. It's somewhat electronic, almost electric. Coming down and landing next to your party is this, I wouldn't say massive, it's pretty large. You'd say it probably fit about 10, 15 people comfortably. An infernal flying machine with a wrecking ball coming off the back and huge, gnarly metal teeth meant to crush up and chew up anybody in front and roll them under these awful magnetic, electrically arcing wheels. The thing glides through the air, pausing for just a moment, leveling itself directly with you all. And you see over the side, as a door opens up, a flame skull. Hello, my friends. It is good to see you alive. I have not seen you since you entered Bell's Forge for your assignment of these Adamantine Rods. Good to see you, friends. Hey, hello, hey, Chuka, Clark, get in here. Can you believe these guys? I haven't seen them forever. Hey. And you all see your friend, the Flame Skull Barnabas.
Barnabas, old pal. Good to see you as well.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Please hop aboard. It's good to see you and get off this disgusting ground. We must take to the skies.
It's always excellent to see this beautiful machine.
We'll keep it well greased to make sure it's in peak performance for you all. I know you like to get into the shit sometimes.
Alice mounts up.
Yeah, hop in. Is there you know what? I kind of don't feel like having to use a spell on the skeletons, so I'm just gonna leave them behind.
They amble for a moment, almost disappointed that they don't get to continue on your adventure, but you all pile into the gnarly infernal war machine as it lands in front of you and takes off. As we saw you descend into Bell's Forge, we waited for a few days until Mad Maggie asked a favor of us. They're happy are all right. The Flame Skull floats over to the controls, kind of flanked by Chuka and Clump, who are, hey, they look like, grease ravens?
Grease ravens?
Look, yeah, they're
you said?
bird people, but they're
Okay.
covered in grease. Their black feathers are very slick. It's like they got an iridescent sheen.
Okay.
Can't be grease monkeys because they're birds.
Are they Aarakocra, or are they the other
Who?
bird race?
Are they Kenku
Kenku.
or Aarakocra?
Yeah, Kenku.
Not the new one. I think the Arakaku or the... Wait, I'm fucking that up.
They're both bird people, but
Kenku are the ones
Kenkus
that
are
are
specifically like ravens.
Kenku
and they
can't fly
they can't
and-
talk.
They can mimic. That's all they can do.
They can mimic, yeah, but
They can't fly. They're great at deception.
It
not
is
important. These creatures aren't necessarily either of those. They don't abide by player races. So,
Oh, they don't? No.
I mean, yeah, NPCs only abide by player rules, you know?
Yeah.
Just every Kenku I've met that's an NPC has been very good at deception. Or I've just been very bad at insight.
Ruh,
So,
Deception's our game.
Well, at least you're on our side this time around.
What are these things' names again?
My name Chuka. His name Clunk.
Ah, classic chunk.
Yeah, Chuka and Clunk are these guys' name.
Well, that's what I said. All right, I think I'm gonna have a chat with our flame skull companion. Where to next, my friend?
Well, we have a few options. Yeah, it's, I got the Adamantine Rods, right? Yes?
Yes.
Well, I think our instructions from Bell are to return to El Terrell and see if we can find what to do with these Adamantine Rods, and perhaps maybe... I think they are supposed to work with the Solar Insidiate, or whatever that means.
Any objections?
Sounds like a plan to me.
maybe rest first? Maybe rest on our way there.
Yeah, how far away is this place we're heading to?
Well, it will be difficult to find. I've got the map here, but it's tricky, you know? Is things in Avernus, they have a tendency to, well, you try and get there and it just runs away from you. And as he takes out this map, it kind of floats over next to him. You see that it's almost like you're on acid or mushrooms. The map is breathing, and some of the things, markers on the map are moving slowly. So slowly that it almost looks like an illusion. You can't tell if they are or not.
Caleb would walk up to it and look at it with intrigue.
Give me a sanity check, Caleb.
Oh,
Wisdom. What would that be?
I'm kidding.
I'll willingly fail that sanity check. It won't affect me.
Your eyes get a little crazier. And as you guys begin to make your way away... As you guys make your way away from the wrecked flying fortress, it begins to shrink behind you. Nope, that's not the right story. You guys fly away and you feel somewhat uneasy for some reason. You should feel safe, back on the flying machine that you love so much that Mad Maggie herself, a warlord of Avernus, gifted you. But you feel anger. You feel rage. You all feel the weight of a white-hot hatred. Frantically, you scan and find two figures walking directly towards you all as you leave and rise up into the air from the flying fortress. One is a scarred turtle whose shell is carved with draconic runes, and the other is a beautiful woman with snow-white hair and two broken and jagged horns.
Was either of you know those two?
Yeah, do we recognize them?
So we actually have a wizard, the one as advertised, who that was written for. She may have broken off this dragon's horns quite violently.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what they're looking for? Probably not revenge.
Noted.
But that's where we're going to end it this week, guys. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks for running it.
Yeah.
Great to be here.
fun, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Great.
Yo. 나는 누구인가 평생 물어본 질문 아마 평생 정답은 찾지 못할 그 질문 나는 놈을 고정 말 몇 개로 답할 수 있었다면 신께서 그 수많은 아름다움을 담아 네 신나랬겠지 how you feel 지금 기분이 어때 사실 난 너무 좋아 근데
Of course, I'm going to play some Persona music. BTS my jam, man.
잘 모르겠는데 남들이
Yeah, I figured that's what it was about.
This is on Twitch, right?
You. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for playing. I'll see you next time I see you.
All right, buddy.
Ready?
See ya.
Night, y'all.
Bye.